doing here at Clean Slate Design is really studying what it means to commute and everything that goes into one's commute at UNM. And so as we interviewed our studies, we found that everybody has very diverse issues that they run into. We had a group of people who all almost had a different experience, be it the city bus system, the shuttles to and from parking lots, walking across campus, being late or too early to classes, not knowing, when to leave your dorm to show up on time. We had people who drove their own cars, and parking seemed to be an issue. So we had a multitude of issues that we were trying to address, and our biggest solution was finding something that would be very simple and bring all of these issues into one very accessible feature. And so we came up with the idea of an app centered around the commutes of UNM Lobos. And so we called this the Lobo Go app. And essentially what it entails is addressing 4 of the biggest issues we found, and that's getting rides to campus for people who commute from all over the city. We found people who commute inside of campus and bicycles, and then we had we wanted a way to assess and give people precise ideas of how long it would take to get to classes and buildings. And then we had the idea of the instant notifications for class updates, making it easier for people to assess what their days are going to be like and what their classes are going to be like when they start, all of that. So essentially what you would do is when you open the app, you get 4 main options, and I'll go through each one. So if you click on the carpool services, we essentially came up with this idea that would cut down on all of the cars commuting all over campus or all over the city, because parking is a nightmare now that almost everybody drives a car. And so we came up with this idea that you could be able to use your location and find others in your area driving to campus, and you could request carpool rides from them. And this would be strictly for UNM students. You would use your UNM logins, and students who participated in being a carpool service could potentially go through work study and get money from the university as an incentive to drive other students. Secondly, we had the bike share idea, which is if you're trying to get across campus and you need a very quick way, you could check out a bike on North Campus by swiping your Lobo ID, getting access to it through the app. You jump on the bike, you bike all the way down to George Pearl Hall, and then you could check the bike in right there, swipe your Lobo ID, it would give you the time, and that's it. And then another student can come check out that exact bike. And then our third feature is a live traffic feed, and this differs from just your standard traffic feed in that it's super oriented to UNM's campus, so you would get specific times from, if I had to commute from the UNM hospital to George Pearl Hall versus the UNM hospital to Dave Smith, and it would give you very precise estimations and precise tailored routes to exactly the building that you're trying to reach, because UNM is a very big and sprawling campus. And then fourthly, we wanted a way to essentially just minimize all the confusion. Like if you don't need to go to class and you don't need to have that experience of commuting, then just a more efficient way for faculty and students to communicate about schedules so that students have a clear idea of when they need to show up and even days when they don't need to show up. So faculty would have access to the app, and they could easily cancel classes or update classes in real time. And when they do that, everybody using the app has a notification. The app, syncs with your UNM your Lobo tracks and everything, so it knows your class schedule, it knows your specific classes. If your professor cancels the class, you'll instantly get notified instead of waking up, walking all the way across campus, driving all the way across town, and then getting there to find out that it's canceled. So really, those are the four main ones, and we really just wanted to have this great way that integrates all Lobo's commuting experiences and helps us cultivate a more unified and community-based commute experience.